Recently, to those who are unaware, I've been accused of grooming a 15-year-old boy when I was 19. That I'm some kind of predator and was aware of his age all along. The supposed proof for these insane allegations is paper thin and embarrassingly wrong.
Over the past month, I've made 2 videos and a written document calling out Pyrocynical for his poor responses to allegations that were made against him, as well as the commentary community's analysis of the situation. Recently, Pyrocynical released a video addressing these allegations, with a Google Doc I created being at the forefront.
Not only is there proof of Pyro knowing that Ivory was underage, but definitive proof that the messages were real.
He made a response video to Pyro that is absolute dog shit, and that's what we're gonna get into today.
This story is far from over.
But no, in all seriousness.
Okay, shut the fuck up. As I'm sure you all already know, the YouTuber Turkey Tom has been under fire recently for supposedly falsely accusing Pyrocynical of grooming a 15-year-old at the age of 19. This is due to 3 videos and a Google Doc Tom made on the topic, being at the centre of the situation, and is the only real reason why Pyro apologised in the first place, and over the last couple months has been quite the talking point in the commentary community.
But we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about Titty Tickler Turkey Tom.
Talking out his ass and being a hypocrite. You see, Tom has this series where he calls out people for not being able to take criticism, yet he is very unable to take criticism. He made a response video to Pyro that is absolute dog shit, and that's what we're gonna get into today.
Pyrocynical's fanbase have been targeting Turkey Tom for months now, stating he slandered Pyro and calling him a false accuser, neither of which are true. It is actually quite the opposite. By saying these things, they are by definition slandering Tom, something they are accusing him of.
And this is like bitterly ironic.
This has led Turkey Tom to vanish off the internet due to the immense amount of pressure he was under, and yet again, Pyro's toxic fans are out for blood. Video after video criticising Tom, which if the criticism was valid, then that is completely fair enough. But surprise surprise, all the videos are the same regurgitated content over and over, with little to no valid criticisms. I think the worst part of all of this is not only are Pyro fans sending harassment towards Turkey Tom, but they're also not realising the severity of Pyro's actions. Their ignorance and refusal to acknowledge Pyro even did anything wrong is what cements this quote-unquote drama in my mind. Turkey Tom may have lost, but that doesn't mean he was in the wrong, and although Tom is definitely deserving of some criticism, the hate he got was completely unwarranted. The truth was twisted to fit a narrative that painted Tom as a false accuser, and the fact that I am the first person to make a video defending him after nearly 2 months really shows how relaxed our community is with letting things like this happen. The amount of flip-flopping people did between opinions in this situation alone should be worrying to everyone. One day Pyro is innocent, the next he's a pedophile and a groomer, then the next day he's innocent and Tom is guilty of trying to ruin his career. Does that sit right with you? Because it definitely doesn't sit right with me. The commentary community is full of people who follow popular ideas given by bigger creators because they're scared of confrontation, which is pretty fucking ironic considering they make commentary videos. Poorly structured videos with the redundant points are everywhere in this situation, spreading their twisted idea of the truth. Essentially, there are many videos out there claiming certain things to be fact when they're mostly just circumstantial. Funnily enough, that is exactly what they're saying Tom did to Pyro. This is made even funnier by the fact that a lot of the points made in these videos against Tom aren't even based on any version of the truth.
And I gotta say, Turkey Tom didn't do a very good job in this video to back his own claims up. In Turkey Tom's Google document video, he was able to make a couple of good claims that there was something fishy going on that we didn't know, and we were able to figure that out. But the issue comes when Pyrocynical's response video, where he admits that at the time the things he was doing with Ivory was when Ivory was 15. However, Pyrocynical, we now know he didn't know the age of Ivory. Pyrocynical should have asked his age, which he did not. That's his fault. But Pyrocynical never knew that he was 15 at the time.
If Lanza had done his research into the situation, he would find that it is undetermined whether Pyro knew Ivory's age or not. He could have known due to the evidence Tom provided of DMs and tweets, but he also may not have seen them. By no means does that mean Pyro 100% didn't know the age of Ivory, and makes Lanza look incredibly bad. This entire video is incredibly unresearched and badly scripted. He makes all these bold claims without anything to back up what he's saying, which yet again is what he is criticizing Tom for. These videos have spread misinformation about the situation that have led to not only Turkey Tom being harassed on a regular basis, but also Ivory, the victim in this situation. This got so bad that Ivory ended up deleting his Twitter, so basically a victim has been harassed to the point of deleting their Twitter because they were the victim. The people doing / encouraging this are the most smooth-brained people in the commentary community, and are 100% why this community gets such a bad reputation. This doesn't even seem to be a moral thing anymore. It seems more like the people making these videos are doing it for views and recognition, exploiting an already complex situation, adding nothing new to the table without backing up their points. The lack of care and effort given by these creators just for some quick money is unreal. They bullied a victim into deactivating his Twitter and harassed Turkey Tom to the point of him losing the ability to voice his opinion. Tom's initial point about the commentary community losing their heads in a situation that was more complex than they thought, a situation that they jumped to conclusions in, devaluing a victim's story just to flip to the other side, then to yet again flip and harass a victim into deactivating their Twitter. That point still stands. This community at its core is full of people who will follow the people of influence and refuse to form an opinion for themselves. These aren't even hot takes, they're room temperature at best. I don't see why thinking Pyro was mostly in the wrong here is considered some nuclear take, when it's one of the most reasonable conclusions to come to. The purpose of this video was to get you, the viewer, to question whether Turkey Tom, and most importantly Ivory, deserve the constant barrage of harassment in an already stressful enough situation. This situation has been going for over 4 months now, and although considered to be over by most, to quote Turkey Tom, this story is far from over. A lot of people took this statement as an attempt to prolong the situation to escape criticism, but if you really believed that the Chicken Chad himself would walk away from something like this due to fear, you have clearly never seen the Turkey Tom video. Turkey Tom has become infamous over the last 2 years for not giving a fuck and speaking his mind, being one of the most honest commentators out there. He has consistently gone against the grain when it would have benefited him not to. Even in this situation, it would have been more beneficial for him to claim Pyro was 100% innocent, but that is simply not the truth. And for those of you who wish to remain ignorant, stay that way. Leave a negative comment if you want, maybe even dislike the video. I don't care. With that being said, my name is Alfie Makes Videos, and leave me alone.
This story is far from over.
It was entirely my responsibility to verify his age before having these conversations, and the fact that I didn't, that is so incredibly negligent of me to do so.
But no, in all seriousness, Turkey Tom groomed me.
A lot of people have taken his response at face value, similarly to his initial Reddit response. I went into this situation completely anticipating this response because, well, he's pyrocynical.